Hey guys, I'm Leon and welcome back to another video. It's been a while and today I am finally back and it's been so long. It's probably 2 weeks, 1.5 weeks, somewhere around that time frame. Either way, today I am back building another build, obviously, because that's what my channel is pretty much all about. But this one is a Halloween special, so this is a haunted house. That's pretty much it. That's all it really has. It's a haunted house. That's it. So a really cool thing about this, now before I go any further into the video, I just want to say that the original idea was that I would create a Sims 3 speed build and it would be a haunted mansion. But I started making some sort of a concept for it, and that's when I realized that it's just not gonna be finished on time. So I had to choose a shorter alternative, and that's where this house comes in. That's where this house comes in, pretty much. And this is also a part of the Halloween challenge. I still can't remember the name of the Halloween challenge, but I'm gonna look it up anytime now, as soon as YouTube decides to load. Oh, there we go. It only took a little while. Let's see. Where? Okay, so the challenge is by Rory Plays The Sims, and it is the I know it's the Halloween challenge. It's just I'm not I don't remember the exact name, which is really bad, so I'm sorry, Rory, that I destroyed the name, even though I'm the part of it. But either way, I couldn't be happier enough. Spooky Group Collab. Hey, that's how it's called. Spooky Group Collab. Now we have the name. So I'll be doing a speed build, or I'm doing it rather already. Right now, so it's a three-story. It's a 3-bedroom and 1-bathroom house. And one cool thing to note about this house is that since we don't have terrain tools, and I wanted it to be on a cliff somewhere or on a hill, at least on a hill, a little hill, so I had to improvise a little bit. And what's really great about this is that the foundation is acting as a hill, but it probably doesn't, but yeah, you're right, it doesn't really look as hilly right now. But later in the video, you will see that I will add in rocks to make it look a little bit more natural, that it's not a foundation, that it's actually a hill. What's even more cool, it looks like it's actually built on rocks, which is really, really cool. So you'll see me do that later on in the video, as soon as I'm done with roofing, which actually took me quite a while to do, which I wasn't really expecting it to take that much time, but it actually ended up taking longer than I expected. But either way, the roofing is pretty good, so I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I think I did a pretty good job at it. And it's while it is a pretty small house, it's a pretty spooky build, so at least as spooky as it can get in Sims 4, because we don't really have like a whole supernatural / spooky expansion pack just yet in Sims 4, but we do have the spooky stuff pack, which does bring some spooky items into the game. And now also, before I say anything else, as I hope this thing is recording properly, my microphone, or better to say, my headphones are a little bit acting up. I just noticed this earlier today. I was playing Titanfall with some friends, and I noticed that there are some weird sounds that are transmitting from my end. And that's where I noticed that that's not good. I also noticed that a little bit earlier, but I thought I just misconnected or didn't put my headphones all the way in. So first I thought that was a problem, but it ended up not being that, which is very, very scary, considering that I have no plans on upgrading my recording equipment until the end of the year, which is not good. I mean, it's almost end of the year, but my plan is to upgrade my microphone later next year, somewhere in January to February-ish. So how the thing is going right now, I actually doubt that my headphones are gonna make it to like January or like February, so I really hope that everything's gonna go perfectly, that I don't have to record this commentary over and over again, because I've been there a couple of times. As a matter of fact, I recorded a couple of the most annoying thing, if you watched my Sims 4 get together first look video, first look slash impressions video, I recorded that thing 4 times because I don't know, I just kept having some problems. I just couldn't record it, and it was like a 20-minute long video, so I definitely, and the problems, I noticed those problems when I was like very deep into the video, when I was like 15 minutes in. I was like, god, yeah. I almost said it, but I didn't. So that was pretty bad. That was a pretty bad experience, and I really hope it's not gonna happen again, especially for the city living first look slash impressions video. Which, fun fact, I sometimes say city life instead of city living. I don't know why, but that name is just stuck in my head ever since like the leak, the Brazilian leak, well, was out, and it translated to or life in the city or something like that. I think city living. And ever since that, I thought that's gonna be the name of an expansion pack, and I kept calling it like that. And now when it's not called like that, I keep calling it with that name, and it's not good. I got used to that name, and it's just very unfortunate because, hey, it's it's not really working too well, is it? So as you can see here, I'm just putting columns down to support the roof, or to make it look as it's supporting the roof, rather. And you'll also notice this beautiful piece at the right side or the left, depends on from which angle you're looking at, or you're looking from, rather. This nice, I'm not sure how it's called, but either way, it's a semicircle. The reason why I'm saying semicircle is because it's actually not a circle. These are diagonal and straight walls that are connected together, which look like there are circles, because we don't have curved walls in Sims 4, because why would we? So at the bottom floor we have a dining room, a kitchen, the study area, and of course we have the living room, and also this top dormer. I think that was really cool to make. It's a very spooky dormer at the top, because first of all, it's a very tiny dormer. You have windows all the way like up, almost at the edge of the ceiling, so you kind of have a weird placement for windows. Not only that, but you're also up there alone. It's kind of like a loft, and it's very dark. I didn't add too many lights in, so it looks very dark and creepy. So if anyone wants to sleep up there, I dare you. I dare you to go up there and sleep, because I wouldn't survive. Not even I probably wouldn't survive like a minute in there. So yeah, there we go. I guess I spooked myself. Also, if you haven't already noticed, the intro was pretty spooky, or at least I tried to make it as spooky as I could. But this portion of the video isn't really that spooky. It's more happy. It has a happy soundtrack in the back. It's not creepy and haunted, because it's still a speed build after all, so let's keep it that way. And since, you know, the Benkovic show is all about that happy, bright life, that's what I bring with my channel, pretty much. I really hope that everything is good with my microphone, because if at this point it's not working, I'm gonna hate myself. That's pretty much how things go. So here I am choosing the furniture for the living room. Now, first I went with, I mainly used Spooky Stuff Pack and Get Together for this, as Get Together has some old school items as well. It's not like all ultra modern. It has ultra modern items, but it also has like really old school style items as well. So I used a lot of those because they also have darker colors, mainly black and dark brown, which fit really nicely with this house. So I was like, let's just put it in, and I did. Now about this carpet, I'm not sure whether I kept it or not, because right now as I'm looking at it, I don't like it. I just don't like it. So I think I might change it, but don't quote me on that. But don't hold me on that, as I am not sure how this video goes, because it's been a long time since I built this. It's been like I finished building this like yesterday. So yeah, good job, Leon. Like, you totally remember everything you did in this video. Great job. I normally go through all the things, I normally go through all the video parts or screen captures before I record a commentary, and I sort of make like notes in my mind, so I know what I'm gonna say for each like part of the video. But this time I didn't do it because this week I'm fairly limited on time that I have for recording these videos. So, and also not to mention that I'm recording this at it's currently 10:30 p.m. and I have to go to bed in like 30 minutes because otherwise I'm gonna be very sleepy in the morning because I have to wake up early. And I have to finish editing this video, I have to export it, I have to upload it, so it's gonna be a process. Pretty much, it's gonna be a process. Also, not to mention that I've been really hyped for the brand new game release, which, if you don't really know, Titanfall 2 is coming out very shortly. So, I'm really excited about that. So, if there won't be any videos as like after like 28, that's probably because I went mental on Titanfall 2. So just don't. I'm still alive, and I'll still be alive, and I'm not gonna die. So if there are no videos, I'm probably playing Titanfall 2 and not recording a single thing. So that's pretty much it. And as much as I would love to upload Titanfall on this channel, I'm pretty sure this is something you guys are not gonna like, as it's not Sims and this channel is Sims based, so let's just keep it that way, keep the content consistent, the theme of the content consistent rather, and let's just not mix it up. But you can let me go, whoop, that was a weird high-pitched sound. You can let me know if you would like to see me play some other games as well. Maybe if you would like to see me do a let's play, like a try number 99, to make a let's play for like city living, I think that would be pretty cool. But then at the end, if you don't know how my let's plays go, they normally die before they even have a chance to live. So I'm not really a person to do let's plays. If you haven't already figured that out, if you go to watch my previous let's plays that I did, they just did not work. So they just don't work. I really have bad memories about recording let's plays, and just I honestly get bored of watching the videos, so I can't imagine just how bored you guys would be watching that video as well. And here you'll notice that there's not a walk-in closet. That's because this is a haunted house. We don't have walk-in closets yet. This is a really old school style house, and walk-in closets are kind of modern. So pretty much it. So these are 2 bedrooms at the 2nd floor, and of course the dormer at the loft area, which we cannot forget about because it's the most spookiest place in this house. Also, not to mention this house, I love the garden slash backyard, or side yard rather, because it's not really at the back. I love that area so much. It's very detailed, and it has so much. It's pretty much all in like shrubbery and trees and greenery and all that stuff, because it's a spooky house. And it kind of makes sense that it's surrounded by a lot of trees, so it looks like it's in the woods. And now when I think about it, I would have built this house in, what's the word? The Granite Falls. Yep, that's the name of the world. I would have built it in Granite Falls, but I do not have outdoor retreat, so it kind of doesn't really work that way. So you only get Granite Falls if you have outdoor retreat. The reason for that is because I just really love. It has a lot of woods. It's pretty much a forest world, if you want to think about it. You have a very nice camp in the middle where you can build homes, and they're surrounded by very, very tall trees. And I thought this house would just fit perfectly in there. So if you do have outdoor retreat, definitely put it there, because that's probably the best place ever to put it. Of course, as long as lots are big enough. I'm not sure about lot sizes there, because, like I said, I don't have that world because I don't have outdoor retreat, and that's just something that I have to live with every single day, or live without rather, live without. Also, this house, this dormer, also has a desk, so you can study up there if you're very spooked about it. I get it, because it's spooked, and moving on. Here I just decided to add the closet or a wardrobe and a what's the thing I'm looking for? Oh, also there are a lot of cobwebs in the corners and spiders. There's a lot of those stuff. So normally I'm not really a big fan of spiders. I mean, for anything I hate them so much. Also, these pictures, by the way guys, if you don't have these pictures or if you never use them, they're not regular pictures. They actually, as far as I know, they like either change, the picture changes, or like the face of the person changes, or I think that like their head fades away or something. I don't know, but it's very creepy, so I thought let's just chuck that in and let's move the house a little bit over because we need some space for the backyard. And so that's what I'll be working on shortly. Now, before I do that, of course, as you can see, I'll be putting down the rocks to make it look like it's built on the cliff, because we don't have the cliff, so I just decided to pull the slider all the way out for the foundation, and let's see what we get. And of course, using the move objects cheat, you can scale objects, in this case rocks, up and down. And so that's how I managed to create some sort of a fake hill area. So yeah, I really hope they bring train tool back, because it's been overdue. And EA, if you're watching, if anyone from EA is watching this, yeah, please just do that. Also, I recently read on Twitter, they listen, air quotes, they listen, as like we're like, they say like, make some noise for a laundry stuff bag, they say. And then we like scream on top of the lungs for toddlers, and they just suddenly stop hearing well. It's, I don't know, like I said before, I'm pretty sure I said this in every video, if not every, then like every second video. I don't have hope they will bring toddlers back anymore. I just lost that part. It's been too long and they just don't mention it at all. So they could at least say we have some information surrounding the toddlers, and yay, great, at least they're gonna say something, but like, but this? They don't say anything, and that's very, very bad, and that's why I don't really have hope they are gonna bring toddlers back into the game. They might be working on Sims 5 now, because Sims 4 isn't really doing too well, is it? So yeah, I mean, is Sims 4 doing well? Well, it is, to a certain extent, to a certain limit, rather. Sims 4 is a very nice game, but there are things that just... here's the thing, Sims 4 is a great game, but like EA and the team that makes the game they're just gonna be worse, pretty much. That's my opinion, because they like, when Sims 4 was released, the game was so promising. Yes, there were a lot of things missing, but they brought that later with updates like every week. And one great thing that was there and consistent was the promise and the positivity that the game will get better over time, and it did, until 2016 arrived, and that's where it all just went down the hill. The content quality, in my opinion, reduced for quite a bit, and not to mention the frequency of new content. Like, it was like over 6 months since the last expansion pack was released, like almost a year now. So definitely we didn't get new expansion packs, which is something that definitely did kill the game at that point, because normally the way the Sims work is pretty much the base game gets released and then it gets filled up with expansion packs and stuff packs, which you can purchase additionally, because that's the way EA makes money, which is no surprise because it's EA. And that's pretty much how it lives on. It's not like every year you get like a new edition of Sims. You get like right now we're at Sims 4, and then next year you're gonna get Sims 5, and then the year after that Sims 6. That's not how Sims work. The base game comes out, the new base game comes out around every 4 to 5 years, and in between that time you get expansion packs and stuff packs, which fill up the gameplay we want, and it's a pretty good way of managing it if you really think about it. I really like that way, but it's not good when you don't get them. It's good when you get them, but when you don't, the game just feels empty and repetitive after a certain amount of time. So That's what, for me at least, the game felt for like until the it still feels like right now until like City Living comes out. I'm really excited to try out the new expansion pack. I'm hoping for the best because at this point I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this expansion pack does let me down, but although I'm pretty sure it won't because it's a really good expansion pack. I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, I don't know, it's just like I personally just like before Sims 4 I was playing Sims 3 so much, and then Sims 4 was released and I love this game. I love it. I seriously do, but I don't want to go back to Sims 3 anymore because when I remember how laggy and slow and glitchy it was, just no. Although if you don't already know, I tried going back to Sims 3 with the apartment build that I did not so long ago. But that's it, I'm not doing any more Sims 3 speed builds. They're not happening. I hate this game so much, or Sims 3 rather. I don't hate it. That's a lie, I don't hate it. It's so slow and buggy, I just don't want to go into it. Remember, you can download this haunted house. That was bad. In the description below. Remember, you can download this house on the gallery, and the link to the gallery is in the description down below. So you can go and check that out. This is the kitchen. And that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you very much guys for watching. Like this video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and don't forget to leave a comment below telling me what you think about this video. I will see you guys in my next video very shortly with the first impressions video for City Living, and until then, I'm Leon, and happy simming.